Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm not gonna be doing my makeup as I talk to you, so let me know how you feel about this. Oh, my stomach is making lots of noises. Sorry, I hope you can't hear that. Anyways, I wanted to talk about white privilege today, and which is something us white people never want to talk about. Specifically as it relates to Kylie Jenner. So stay tuned. So this past week, Forbes magazine had a cover of Kylie Jenner and titled her SelfMade. As if, like, first of all, if you didn't chuckle when you just heard that, like, good on you, because I certainly did the first time I read it. So they called her self-made, a self-made millionaire, I think, or like something like that. And what? I think a lot of people were confused. I mean, obviously her fans were not. They were like, oh my god, yeah, she is. She's worked so hard and blah, blah, blah. And what was great though was that, so dictionary.com tweeted the definition of self-made. And the definition is unaided in success. And so by definition, is she really self-made? I don't think so. So I did a post on Guerrilla Feminism's Instagram this past week that said, and I will try to maybe put it up on the screen here, but otherwise I'll just read it. It says, white people can't be self-made because our white privilege gets us through all doors. And it got a lot of people talking. It got a lot of people pissed off, as usual. And so I want to kind of talk about that a little bit. I mean, I explained a lot of it in my caption of that post, which I will link to also below, but I will just talk about that since you're here. So, as a white person, I have white privilege. If you're a white person, you have white privilege. It doesn't mean that we don't struggle. It doesn't mean that it doesn't negate our accomplishments. But you can't lie to yourself and say that your white privilege didn't help get you to where you are. So, in my opinion, I don't believe white people can be self-made. Because when are we ever not unaided in this society? Our mere existence aids us, right? And a lot of white people don't wanna understand that. It's really not that hard to think about though. I have a master's degree. I'm going back to school currently to get a second master's degree. I have 2 learning disabilities. So there was a time when I thought I would never even go to college or graduate high school, etc. But I tell you this because I have not gotten through my life completely unaided. And that doesn't diminish what I've accomplished for myself. It doesn't negate all of the stuff I've done and I've been able to do. But it's factual. It's information, right? Like, not everybody is able to have access to apply to schools, to get into a school, to pay for school, to get a fucking loan. Right? Like, there's so many things that help us get to where we are. And that's not a bad thing, but we need to like be open and honest about that stuff. We can't just act like, oh, we're all starting from the same place, because we're not. The world is unfair, the world is racist, and white people benefit from that racism. Pure and simple. So Kylie Jenner being called self-made when she was born into wealth, was on a TV show, still is on the TV show, I think, I don't know, has never had to, you know, work any like service jobs, never had to deal with being poor, really is the most privileged person in the world, or one of the most. How is she self-made? Now, me saying that does not negate her accomplishments, but look, like, she got a makeup company because she told her mom she wanted one. That's not something that happens to the majority of us, right? Especially, it doesn't happen to people of color, right? Not all the time anyways. So I'm struggling to see where the hell she is self-made. Again, I'm not saying she's not a hard worker. Maybe she is. I don't know. I don't know her. I don't know her working style. I don't know anything about her personally. But we cannot act like she built her whole empire without help. She started from here. Other people start from like here, okay? So that's not an even equitable footing whatsoever. And that's what I want people to understand. It's just like, and a lot of white people who are poor or who have grown up poor will say, I don't have privilege and da-da-da-da, like I had to do all this by myself and blah, blah, blah. Sure, and that means that like you didn't have class privilege, but you still have white privilege, and white privilege gets you in a lot of doors. Even if you are poor, even if you don't have class privilege and you're white, you still are being helped. Whether it be through, you know, access of things or through individual people or organizations, etc. Like, you're still being helped. Whereas a person of color is going to have a harder time. So, I don't know. I don't understand why people feel the need to stick up for rich people all the time. It's like a very bizarre thing. I don't get it. Like, you think Kylie Jenner is gonna stick up for you? Like, do you think, I don't know. I personally don't understand this. But I do think, like, it's just really gross that Forbes, and again, like, this is me critiquing Forbes' narrative of this, okay? Not necessarily Kylie Jenner. She didn't call herself self-made. Granted, I have other issues with Kylie Jenner because she's Kylie Jenner and she, you know, has consistently been culturally appropriative. She's consistently gotten cosmetic surgery to look like a different race. And she is using that to her benefit, which is gross, okay? But my main critique about this is towards Forbes, because they're the one who created this narrative. To my knowledge, like I said, Kylie Jenner has not self-identified as self-made. Maybe she does now, I don't know. But yeah, like, what the hell, Forbes? Because I had a message from somebody who was like, how dare you tear down another woman? Like, okay, first of all, just because I'm a feminist doesn't mean I support all women unequivocally, because that's gross. There are some women I will never support. Secondly, again, my main critique about this is with Forbes for thinking that this was a good idea to, to like label Kylie Jenner as self-made, because what the hell? I'm just looking at my phone here to see if like, well, and another person, like again, the people who keep sticking up for her, it's like, what has she done for women? What has she done for women of color, for people of color? What has she done for trans women of color? Has she, to my knowledge, she hasn't done anything. So why are you so concerned with sticking up for her? Somebody called her an ally, and that I was like, pushing away an ally. How is she an ally? Again, maybe she does stuff and I don't know about it. Cool. But I don't really think she does. Because I think that would be more common knowledge. So that's a little odd to me. Like, again, why are you sticking up for this person who really could give zero fucks about you? I don't know. Capitalism is a hell of a drug. So, I don't know. I just think, you can tell me what you think in the comments, but I don't, it's just like, this is just comical to me. Like, we also, I think as white people, people don't understand generational wealth and how like black people do not have generational wealth. A lot of that is because of slavery, right? Like black people were unable to even get paid for anything, or to make money. I mean, you have to think about that stuff. Like, white people have been able to build on wealth and investments and generational wealth and all this stuff for centuries. And people of color haven't. They haven't gotten that chance because they were because of our racist society and because of shit like slavery. So I don't know. It's like other white people want to say or want to act like we all start from the same place. And like I said, we don't. We clearly don't. And again, that doesn't diminish accomplishments. That doesn't diminish hard work. But we're not self-made, okay? We're not. We get a lot of help. We get a lot of assistance. Like, think about in your own life how you have gotten help, how you've gotten assistance. And especially if you're, a white person, think about that, because it's kind of important. So I had to turn off comments, of course, on that post because people, people just can't play well sometimes, a lot of the times. And so that's fun. But comments are going to be on this YouTube video, so feel free to share your thoughts. Try to be respectful. Granted, I know asking that of, YouTube commenters is kind of a lot to ask. So, whatever. Do whatever you gotta do to make yourself feel better. This is a short video, so apologies, or maybe not. Maybe you're into this shortness. I don't know. Let me know. Yeah, those are just my thoughts for now, and my hair and makeup are really great today, so let's all enjoy that. All right, thanks for watching.